Hi team, welcome to 10 Talks. Today it's all about you being a champion, fabulous fashion, fabulous you, and really that passion for fashion. What is it all about and how can you become a champion not only in your clothes, in your body, in your closet, wherever it is? We want you coached up and ready to really feel great, look great, and start to enjoy life in a fabulous way. So meet our guest today, Lesli Sunshine. She is all about being a stylist for you, and she's one of our champion stylists. And so Lesli, thank you for being here today, and just thank you for coaching our team up on really how to wear what feels like a 10, look like a 10, all of those things that matter so much. So tell us your story. Tell us about why you're so passionate about fashion.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Absolutely. This is so exciting. And well, I go as far back as to probably when I was born. My mother will tell you that I threw away everything that she put next to me to put on. So it must have been something inside of me when I was a young little girl. But after 35 years of being in the fashion industry and learning about manufacturing and merchandising and mentoring and styling, it's just incredible that I am still doing it, and that I've been blessed with having a career that I love and do every single day.
So team, that's what we want for you. That's just part of our champion motto and champion well-being is make sure that you really go for what matters to you. Go for what really is aligned with your strengths. And Lesli, you've been amazing at that. I know I've had the honor of shopping with you, my daughter, my friends, anybody and everybody that I can. I'm like, you must go out and really get styled with Lesli because she will transform you and change your life. And so you have such a beautiful knack for it. It's definitely your gift that you have and that you're giving the world. And just tell us about how you really have used your gift to make sure that you're, just serving and giving to others.
Well, I learned a long time ago that it's really important. What you wear is how you feel, and how you feel is how you're going to project yourself to other people and how you're going to react. And I realized how important it was when I watched people wearing the wrong outfit or not feeling good about themselves. And it really bothered me. So it became more about the way people should feel about themselves, not just putting on the right outfit, but I wanted to make sure that people really understood that the right outfit makes the right person. And there really is a psychology behind this. I mean, I've actually had the pleasure of watching people develop, enhance in their careers, enhance in their relationships, whatever, when they felt better about themselves. And you really need to, to own it. Mm-hmm. And I've learned that it's not something that, you know at an early age, but I feel so happy and blessed that I'm able now to share that with people, whether they're young or middle-aged or even elderly. We go through so many changes in our lives, and sometimes we just get stuck. And sometimes we don't even know that we're stuck. Mm-hmm. And that's not acceptable. And I don't want anyone to feel that way, because we should all reach our full potential in this life. We only have one life, and we should be able to live it at our very best. So I want to make sure that everybody feels that they are the best version of themselves. And best place to start is what you're wearing.
Love it, love it, love it. So, team, I don't know about you, but in terms of talking about transformational change, we have some of the same clothes that are our all-time favorites. We love them. We wear them until they just wear out. And then we have those outfits that we think we look okay in, but yet that's the kind of the cringe that Lesli would see us in and be like, oh my goodness, that's not a 10. So let's just talk about transformational change. Let's talk about how you take a wardrobe that you already have and make some additions, some subtractions, what you do with it to really take it from good to great.
Well, it's interesting because it doesn't matter how old something is, it matters how it looks on you. And I'm the perfect example of that, because I am really great at telling people to purge, clean your closets, let me curate your closets, throw this away if you haven't worn it in a year. That's supposed to be the rule. But I have things in my closet that really are amazing, and they're 20 plus years old. So that's what I love to do. I love to go through people's closet to find those special gems, those keepers that you will always have that you can now coordinate with new things. But the most important thing is to own who you are today and make sure that that is what you should be wearing today. That's the biggest thing. I think people turn a blind eye because they say, well, I've had this for so long and I've always loved it. But it's more about them not knowing how to change it, so they convince themselves it's the right thing. And that's where I come in, because I will never throw away your favorite outfit if it looks good on you. But if it doesn't, I will be the voice of reason to tell you.
And you'll help us find another favorite outfit, right? I mean, that's the beautiful part, is that really what's fabulous and about our favorites is how we feel in them, and making sure that they're comfortable and that we can feel like ourselves. And what I really respect about the great work that you do is it's so honoring of who we are as just a person. And you know, who doesn't want to look amazing? But how to do it as a whole, it's a gift. It is totally a strength, and you have an amazing gift at really making that happen. I know, team, we've had so many of our coaches and people that just are not into it be like, I don't think Lesli can manage this. And I guarantee you she does amazing things. So trust her, trust the process. It's very much like getting coached up in your life. It's a matter of really going for the change, stepping into it, and finding a coach that you can really trust to take you on that journey. So Lesli, let's talk about what it's like whenever they get coached by you and styled by you.
So I think the very first thing is you have to commit and show up.
Yeah. Winning strategy, team. You got to show up.
Because there's 1,000,010 reasons why we say that, you know what, I'm okay, I don't need this. But in the back of your mind, subconsciously, you know that you really do. So once you can commit and say, okay, I'm going to do this, that's the hardest job that you will have to do. After that, it's all on me. And whether you were a size 2 or a size 4 or a size 6, and now you're a 10 or a 12 or a 1X, that's okay. My job is to make you realize that you are still the beautiful person that you always were, and there are styles out there that are going to make you feel as fabulous as you are, and show up being the person that you truly are. And it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds difficult, but when you're in my presence and when you are with me, you really can understand how easy it is. Because, as I said, all you have to do is show up. The rest is on me. And I have yet to have a body, a client, a person, a personality that I haven't been able to transform.
So Lesli, let's talk about this day and age that we have right now. What about not being able to get in your presence and to be able to be with you? I know that you've done amazing work virtually.
Yes.
So for our world out there, you do not have to be in Phoenix. No. You do not have to be with Lesli. That's a 10. That's a total bonus. But I know that you are amazing at people just calling, saying, this is what I need. This is the outfit. Yes. Tell us how you do this virtually.
I mean, I actually have a great story. There was a woman in Michigan, and she was a friend of a friend. It was a referral, and she had just had an operation, and she was going to a wedding, and the dress didn't fit her exactly as she would have liked it to. And I said, do me a favor. I said, you don't have to show me your head. You could take a picture of yourself in the dress from the neck down, but I need to see a front, a side, and a back version of that picture. So anyway, long story short, I knew right away what she needed, and I went and I bought her the undergarments and I shipped them to her, and she tried them on, and then she tried the dress on, and she called me and she just said, I don't know how you did this. I don't know who you are. I just called you because somebody told me to call you. But she said, this is amazing. Did you go to school for this? How do you do this? You never even saw me. But that's the gift that I have. And I can do it for anybody. And did I lose sight of the question that you had?
It's all about virtual connection. So you don't have to be in person.
I do not have to be in person. And if you have a special event, even though today's events are different than normal, you just have to tell me where you're going and what the what the venue is like, and I will go online for you. I will send you pictures. I will give you options, and I will purchase, send to you, and all you have to do is send back what you don't like. It's really, really very easy. And like I said, all it takes is the commitment from you and just really, really wanting to own the change.
Yeah. And so let's talk about men and women, because that transformational change is so important for all of us. I know you've styled my daughters, you've styled me, you've styled my friends. I mean, team, it is so important that you are feeling fabulous, looking amazing, really just owning who you are. So in this new season of the COVID gift that we've been given, we're all showing up a little different. We feel different, that there's a lot happening. And so let's really talk about the winning strategies for owning who we are, respecting who we are in the season that we're in, and also just that new way of doing things now that's more casual. Right. We've got a mix between business and home, and yet we really want to feel like we're just the person that we want to be. I think that's so important, is that the clothing really, it sets a tone for how the rest of our days are going to go, how we're going to show up. So what's some winning strategies for just how to get started and really owning our look?
Well, I think the most important thing is if you see that you're wearing the same thing every day, whether it's a pair of sweatpants or it's your favorite t-shirt, and you're doing that every single day, that needs to stop, because that is not going to take you to the next level. And even if it's casual, you could still put on a great pair of jeans or a comfortable legging and pair it with, a great sweater or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, but it doesn't have to look like loungewear. And there are ways of, and I love what fashion has done, because they've now taken casual to a whole new level, where it actually, your casual wear looks like something you can go out to dinner in. Yeah. Fashion world has made it easier, but I think the most important thing to realize out of this whole conversation is not getting too comfortable. And I think what happens is that we put on weight, we get older, and we decide, you know what, it's okay. I don't have to look that way anymore, or, it's okay to be this way. No, it's not okay to be that way, because what eventually happens is you just fall into a slump, and then it's kind of difficult once you get comfortable in that place to dig yourself out. And that is why I am a proponent of getting up every morning. Even if I have nowhere to go, I will get dressed. I mean, I won't necessarily put on a full face of makeup, but I will get dressed. And, my husband's the first one to say to me, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Nowhere." But it makes me feel good. So when I get on a Zoom call, or if even just a conference call and no one's even looking at me, I speak better. I deliver better, just knowing that I feel better. And it's all because of what I'm wearing.
So let's talk about men and women, the difference between men and women in styling. So what are the winning strategies for men versus women, or is it all the same? Kind of, how does that work?
Ladies, I hate to tell you, men are a little bit easier, and rightfully so. I have to say that if somebody were styling me, I would understand the difficulty. Men are just like putty in your hands. They want to be taken care of so badly that whatever you hand them, they trust, they believe, and they're on their way. Women, we're a little more difficult, and I include myself in that, so, but again, there has yet to be anybody that I can transform, that I can help, that I can make them feel the very best that they should feel.
So team, there you go. It's all about getting styled with Lesli. It's all about you starting to really own your look, whatever it is, whatever size you are, whatever season you're in. Let's make it all about fabulous you. Make sure that you're being a champion for your well-being, and it starts with really looking good so that you can feel good, be good, act good, go out and do good for the world. So thank you for being a champion for your well-being. Lesli, thank you for joining us today. And team, if you're interested in getting styled with Lesli, she's on our team. She's our stylist, and we would love to get you coached up and ready to go out and look like a 10 and live that 10 life. Thank you, Lesli.
Thank you.